Linda says, please share the best and safest ways we can get divine assistance. Thank you so much for all your help. The flies are flying all around me. The bestest and safest ways to get divine assistance. Yeah, I think, so first of all, divine assistance, there's no, again, and it can be something so simple, like seeing a hawk land on the fence and then knowing that's a message, okay? Seeing a butterfly, there's a monarch butterfly flying actually around. It's really pretty. Seeing a butterfly and knowing it's a message. This is the divine assistance, and this is the divine assisting you. And it's just, there's so much fear. See, the safety, there is, if you're eternal, you could never die. Does safety really exist? Or why would you need to be safe? Do you see what I mean? It's an ego construct, right? Because there's the fear of dying or being harmed, but you've died a million times and you've been perceptively abused a million times, or the body has, but you are not the body and you are not the mind, right? So the idea of safety is it's a construct of of the ego, which is totally understandable, right? There's so much talk of the butterfly's so pretty. I hope it comes on the deck so you guys can see it. There's so much talk of entities and being being afraid to connect because you could connect with a demon or an entity and they could take you over or whatever. And so it's totally understandable feeling insecure or feeling fearful of connecting to the divine, right? Through the mind. It's totally understandable, okay? So it's, the thing is you've never been disconnected, and it's just the perception. A lot of it, when I tune into it, Linda, it comes from religion, or there's a religious component to it, where a lot of people, when they were children are very open, and they talk about things, they have imaginary friends, which might be their guides or whatever. And what happens is the parents or the adults who have a limited perspective scare the kids and say, that's the devil or that's a demon, okay? And they're really just, those adults are really just repeating what they're told. And I mean, why would it be an entity? It's not, yes, there are entities, but why every time would it be an entity, right? And why sometimes it's just the way you perceive the information. Sometimes it's just, it's all about getting clarity, right? So just being clear within yourself, clear, we want clear communication, right? So, but why would it be an entity, a demon or whatever? And even if you did connect to it, so let's actually, this is actually being fascinating. Let's actually bring our guides in. Let's bring the creator in front of us, okay? So whatever that means for you, it could be Archangel Michael, it could be Valnek, his higher levels, it could be whoever you want it to be. It could be my higher levels. Okay, let's just bring source in front of us and let's ask it, are you afraid of entities? And and are you afraid of demons? and I'll let you guys tell me what answers you get. And it's totally okay to be open and honest with the answers that you get, because when we bring the light in front of us, what will happen is it will show where your consciousness is at, because the answers that you get, well, it's sometimes perceived through the mind, or it'll be a reflection of your inner consciousness, okay? Nathan says, I laughed. Yeah, let's ask God. Could be Jesus. You could bring Sananda in. Let's ask them, are they afraid of demons, or are they afraid of entities? It's fascinating. The faith, the Christian communities, they have so much faith, quote unquote, and they know God, quote unquote. Then why are you afraid of demons? And why would you be afraid of demons? Mark says they are afraid of me, not Ivy. I'll just wait for a few minutes. Megan says, no, they are afraid of us. They need us. We don't need them. So when I ask them, they're laughing, right? Okay. And let's ask them, why not? Why aren't you afraid of entities and the demons? You can ask Ruffin. I can feel Ruffin coming into the session. Sometimes my animals will come in. You can ask Ruffin, because Ruffin wants to answer. And let's ask Ruffin, why aren't you afraid of the demons and the entities? And I'll let you guys tune in. We can ask, why not? Why aren't you afraid? Megan says, they are truly the most powerful energy. Our light is the most powerful energy. Nancy says they are illusions. Tom says they are truly powerless. So Ruffin is not afraid of entities. He's not afraid of witches. He's not afraid of demons, because he knows who he is. Okay? So, and and let's ask Ruffin, who are you? And he doesn't want to, so who he is cannot be put into words. So everyone on my channel, just like Valnick 2 is the same, see the body, right? Or they see the horse, or they see the man, but he wants to share who he is. And so and there is a word he is saying, but he wants to share his energy with everyone. So he's going to wrap everyone in his energy, and let's ask him who he is and what is his answer. Heather says king. Megan says love. Francis says lion. Santa says magnificent. So, and I want you guys to see, so let's bring all of the demons and the entities in front of us. What is Megan doing? Is she summoning the entities and the demons in the session? But no, let's actually be brave and let's look at them. Let's ask our entourages and our higher levels. And Ruffin wants to show people, Ruffin, first of all, his answer to who he is he is love. So why would you be afraid of entities or demons, because he knows who he is. He is the love of the universe. So, and he wants us all to, let's bring in the entities and the demons, and let's actually look at them. And we're very protected, okay? So really we don't need protection, but we are very protected. So we're being wrapped in love right now, okay? So, and let's look at the entities and the demons for what they actually are. And what do you guys see? Tom says codependent. And nothing really is to be taken too seriously, okay? Nathan says they are projecting the fear they have consented to. Yeah, really, let's take a look at them. And sometimes you can see it. Heather says they are your mind making something out of nothing. Santa says manipulation. To me, they look very, very small, okay? And and Ruffin is very funny because he is a big horse, okay, but he's also an even bigger energy, right? So they are very, very small, and they actually, what they are is, what I see is a bunch of crying children. So these are pieces of Ruffin wants everyone to assist everyone to get to the truth of what entities really are. And these are that what I see when I look at them is they're a bunch of little children, and these children are crying. And when we ask them, so let's ask the children, and why would we be afraid of little children? Okay, they might look like they're in adult bodies, they might look like they're in, it's not the body that's important, but really to me they look like little children. And let's ask them what they want from us. And what's going on with them, what's wrong, and what do they want from us? See, there's no reason to be it's really what they are is it's a limited perspective. So little aspects, little particles of consciousness that have gotten stuck, or they basically have a limited perspective, right? So when if anyone's ever had children or been around children, when they're like two, especially very young, but as time goes on they mature, if the ego doesn't, it depends on the parenting and them really, but like a 3-year-old is egocentric, right? The whole world revolves around them. They just cannot perceive anything outside of them. That's just the way their brain works, okay? It doesn't have anything to do with them on a spiritual level, the light within the body. They have a very limited perspective, and these entities are little children that got stuck in a limited perspective, okay? So, and it's little pieces of consciousness, people that have gotten stopped developing as a little 3-year-old. It's very a limited perspective. They can only see things one way, okay? And yes, they want to be loved. And so let's tell them all that I love you and you are loved unconditionally, but you cannot get the love from me. You have to find it within yourself. And let's all tell them that. And let's ask them to call in their entourage, call in their higher levels, because the entities or whatever, look at us and they feel the love from us, and they see the love outside of them, and so they want it from us. So it's actually all of humanity in a way does this with their consciousness. So there's no judgment when you actually dig down to the core of what is going on here. So let's tell them that we love them unconditionally and they are loved unconditionally, but they cannot find the love within us. They cannot have the love that we have, and they don't need it because they have it also within them. And let's ask them to do that. And it's actually really beautiful what's gosh, I just love Ruffin. So let's and let's tune into them now, and let's see what we and let's see what do they look like, or what's going on with them now. And when we tune into it, I'll tell you what I got. See, this is energy clearing. This is what we're actually doing. So it's fun. I didn't expect this. So let's tune into them and see what's going on with them now. Because entities, really what it is someone who's gotten stuck in a perception that the love is outside of them. Okay. And every single person on the planet has that perception until you transcend it. Okay. So there's a lot of judgment going on too. It's understandable. Okay. It's out of fear. So this is why we're doing this in this session too, because these are just little children. And isn't it interesting? I mean, how many children, we talked about saving the children, how many of those children do you think got stuck in a limited perspective when they tried to leave the body, or when they left the body? Okay, so some of this is actually what it really means to quote unquote save the children. It's not just the ones that you perceive to be victims. The victims, the abused children, are actually, they could be stuck in a limited perspective, or a part of them stuck in a limited perspective too. Okay, so it all comes full circle. So Marcia says they're feeling more light around them. They're feeling better. Nancy says, I see heart shining, getting bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter. Exactly. Yes. And I mean, they're actually really cute. And I don't see anything to be afraid of. What I see now is a bunch of butterflies, and they're the yellow ones, the one that I saw flying around here. So these are just, and why would we be afraid of butterflies? So let's ask our entourage, and Ruffin will open the door and ask them to fly through to take them home. All of the beautiful butterflies that we perceived to be so evil and trying to take us down, but really they are love and light, just as we are. So let's take them through the doorway, closing the door. And let's ask our higher levels to come in and our entourage to come in. And let's welcome all of our soul fragmentations cleared, cleansed, and purified back into the body. Taking deep breaths, welcoming in our light and our love. And any place that was filled with darkness is now filled with light. And how does everyone on the live feel now? So there's no should. I'll let you guys answer. I'm sweating buckets because it's hot. Nancy says, great. Marcia says, awesome. Megan says, full of sunshine. Heather says, smiling from ear to ear. Yes. And so there may still be parts, of the subconscious that come up, and because this is deeply ingrained into the subconscious, right? But for now, we've transformed them into butterflies. Okay. So and that's what really assisting is all about. So it's not about getting away from the entities or getting away from the demons, because then what happens is you're giving energy to it and you're creating more of it. Okay. And it's out of fear, because why would you're not separate from anything anyways. And so why, yeah. So it's just what you give energy to or what you put fear into, it makes more of it. Okay. So, yep. So anyway, so I'll leave you guys with that, and I can feel Ruffin has a big kiss for everyone. He's so cute. I didn't get to see him today, and I've been missing because I had to go trade in my car. So I'm glad that he came into this session. So anyways, I'll leave you guys with that. I love you guys, and have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll see, for those of you who are on level 2, I'll see you on the Zoom session in a little less than an hour. So love you guys.